What sort of a financial deal should Obama be seeking to strike when he travels to China next month?
No, I think this would be the time, because you really need to bring China into the creation of a new world order.
Let us never tolerate outrageous conspiracy theories.
We have before us the opportunity to forge for ourselves and for future generations a new world order.
The affirmative task we have now is to actually create a new world order.
The future of Europe and a new world order.
After 1989, President Bush said, and it's a phrase that I often use myself, that we needed a new world order.
And the hope that each of us has to build a new world order.
Mr. Prime Minister, given the current political climate where traditional alliances are no longer what they used to be, U.S. versus Canada on trade, the U.S. working with China, Russia, and North Korea, the Saudis coming after Canada, and now China, do you think we're witnessing the dawn of a new world order? And if so, what can Canada do to maintain the strength of democracy and traditional Western ideals?
Oh, that's a great question. What we need to do is stay true to the rules and the laws and the values that have not just served Canada well, but served the latter half of the 20th century extraordinarily well after devastating world wars, after tremendous conflict. Yes, there is a certain amount of disruption going on in the world right now, and I think one of the best things that we can do, and quite frankly, the conversations I have with leaders and citizens all around the world is, thank you, Canada, for staying strong and firm to the values we know are important to resisting sort of the populism and the divisiveness and the negativity that is injecting instability into our global system. Canadians are going to stay firm and strong and anchored in our rules and values because that's what people expect.
Are we at one of those moments in history in which there is the necessity for a new world order?
There's a need for a new world order.
The question of how and why the United Nations is the crux of the great conspiracy to destroy the sovereignty of the United States and the enslavement of the American people within a UN one-world dictatorship is a complete and unknown mystery to the vast majority of the American people. The reason for this unawareness of the frightening danger to our country and to the entire free world is simple. The masterminds behind this great conspiracy have absolute control of all of our mass communications media. Is that our so-called leaders in Washington, whom we elected to safeguard our nation and our Constitution, are the betrayers, and that behind them are a comparatively small group of men whose sole objective is to enslave the whole world of humanity in their satanic plot of one world government. Now, as a matter of further intelligence, a term used by the FBI, let me clarify the meaning of the expression, "he is a liberal." The enemy, meaning the one world conspirators, have seized upon that word liberal as a cover-up for their activities. It sounds so innocent and so humanitarian to be liberal. Well, make sure that the person who calls himself a liberal or is described as a liberal is not in truth a red.
Exposed to the ideology of the enemy. In other words, Marxism-Leninism ideology is being pumped into the soft heads of at least 3 generations. You cannot change their mind, even if you expose them to authentic information, even if you prove that white is white and black is black, you still cannot change the basic perception and the logic of behavior. In other words, these people, the process of demoralization is complete.